follows up with the buy. So going for example, the Alistar here, this is really a good pick too.
So Goldborg, zoom out a little bit and tell me about how these two team compositions are going to play out. It's a very different look from what we've seen throughout the course of today, but how do they win?
I definitely think...
What can they make? What statement will they make, especially with this Nila in the bottom lane?
Yeah, and I'm excited to see because we had Nila once in the LPL brought out by LGD. Was able to find a win, not necessarily because of the Nila, but the overwhelming sentiment by LPL players about Nila was like, hey, this champion in lane, way too weak. Any of us could stomp this in a 2v2. And I mean, going up against Deft, right, highlighting DRX, Deft was that standout player for their side. He was the one with the ability to carry, and we know he can come out with strong 2v2s, but we got a level 1.
Oh, Barrel's gonna be forced to crash down with that Ferromancy and get out to safety.
Yeah, I really think that's a big, very neutralizing matchup between the two supports, which can make aggression a little hard to pull off.
Ooh, Zika's dropped low, 110 HP. Now playing the bait game. Pyosik making a step forward inside the Shroud. The 5-point shuriken comes in. The Bramble Smash pops out. That's the clone killed, and Xiao escapes with his life.
Really nice by Xiao to get away from that. I thought he was being a little bit greedy. Nice setup from DRX, but aren't able to manage to find it in the end. LeBlanc, at least one of those champions.
Some of the Koreans have imports in the other roles.
Oh, I like that. Chronicle has made both of those statements. This is fact, by the way. Quote me on that. As Kingan is now being jumped on. Flash trade very nicely done on that dash away to safety. Yumble Chains catching Breathe, but a very good escape from Kingan.
Just great move overall, and Kingan has been one of the players on DRX that has been...
There's no Counter-Strike available. It's going to be up just in a moment or two for Breathe. Pyosik is still just chilling, floating. Gets a knockup, Darkin Blade, the leap comes out, Rumble Smash forward, knocks him sideways, and Breeze's able to escape. They completely messed that up.
Oh, that's a shame, that's a real shame.
I'm honestly mind blown. You knew that Breathe was going to go for it, looking for that angle. Kingan was baiting it perfectly, but Breathe able to leap strike away, and now RNG going to be set up with a very early first strike.
Yeah, exactly. Mid lane pushed in. Xiao does have that teleport if he wants to join the fray. Bot lane with Ming and Gala has also just been shoved, and with that, they're able to secure some pressure on the Drake. Now, Drake's at this point in the game still decently tanky, but once again, with Pyosik showing on that top side, there's none.
Pyosik clearly spotted out on the Krugs, and now Wei stepping forward. The Sultan Battery is available to him. Whether he decides to use it, cease and desist rather. Holds on to the trigger. Eyeball chains come out. Ball breaker, slam down, cease, desist. RNG first play.
Flashes to guarantee that it goes through. Gonna now cement an advantage for Breathe. They're gonna get this.
And I'm gonna hold it just for a second because somebody's definitely threatening a play right now.
Cease and desist, as well as Maokai. Pyosik in range. Zika's gonna be able to escape with his life for now. Still got the ultimate to chase forward. Sapling, suicide! Not gonna find the damage. And no further burst. Xiao who dashes forward once more as Zika committed the ultimate. Now the Cloud Drake is up, and neither jungler has their ultimate.
Yeah, I feel like...
Waiting on any bait.
Yeah, I feel like for RNG, you now need Xiao to look for a back, right? Zeka just coming off his back, gonna drop the Herald now, so having some pretty good prio in mid.
Now, Lyric, you mentioned that the DRX comp was looking for some time. 12 minutes in, they get the Rift Herald, they get some plates onto Zika's Akali. Are you starting to feel comfortable, nervous in terms of when you look at these compositions and how they play out?
I feel like RNG at least have the buffer of having the Jax.
Being pushed in by Def at the moment.
And when we're saying for RNG, right, it's scrappier, it's skirmishier, you typically want to get those done in the mid game. If they can push themselves onto Soul Point early on and force DRX to fight them before they're really stronger,
no way.
Could be the play for
no
them.
Way! No way! That was so cool. It didn't ultimately end in anything, but the third strike Darkin Blade into the Umbral Chain.
He's been faring well for himself, mechanically outplaying Breathe on a few occasions.
Oh man, the Empowered Strike. Counter-Strike's gonna come out. Can't find the stun. Gets away at least from some of those autos.
Yep.
Finds the stun, and it's 50%.
Yep. That's on you guys. I'm just saying you set it up there and it looked cold for a second, but Breathe takes it right back.
I want to take credit for that one. You know what? If RNG win, let's look.
And even Ming is going back to base, so this could just be DRX picking up the Rift Herald.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that Xiaohu's even considering pathing towards there, because Barrel's showing in mid right now, so there really shouldn't be any opportunity for RNG to look for the contest. Looks like they were hoping maybe if DRX made a misstep and started to send members back to lanes early on, they could go for a bit of a Houdini and just swipe it from under them, but DRX aren't going to give them the chance.
Yeah, but good presence of mind. DRX, finally, they have the first move from the bot line, and they utilize that to the fullest. Now with Rift Herald and a very low mid lane turret, you could look for this, but you could also just look to leverage the manpower and try and take it down, but they're going to pop Rift Herald immediately.
I really like from DRX the investment in Vision. It set up the play that was ultimately really safely secured. Tower First Blood now picked up. Kingen gets caught up by that cease and desist. Infernal Chains by some time. Way's taking a lot of damage, but Breathe closes it out. 2-0-1 on a Jax versus first tower and an instant tower apply. This is where you start to get nervous for DRX.
Yeah, I feel like both teams kind of got something that really heavily benefits them, because for RNG now, you have the extended side.
The missile speed as well, when it's finally going forward, can be really crucial in terms of splitting members apart. I think the big one for RNG, though, is the fact you have a reliable cow to stand behind. So if he's tanked us up, that's going to be great. Sekka.
Oh, Chains caught inside the Twilight Shroud. And all of a sudden, RNG starting to back away. Breathe has found a flank opportunity. Onto Death. Gets the leap in power. Did not use the counter strike. Holding on to it. Infernal Chains pulls backwards. And that's Breathe down. Death picks up the first of the fight. He continues to fire away. Uncontested, unchallenged. Rocket jumps forward. Gets the reset. Waits for the jump. The boop. The bop. Xiaohu's going to be able to get away to safety. And Pioshik, the Bramble Smash was beautiful. The tree does it. And RNG are getting dunked. 4 members down. 1 remaining. And Xiaohu's running for his life. Limping. No flash available. Gets at least 1 back for the Bud Light Ace.
And Death is showing us why he makes an appearance on the international stage so often. 3-0-2 on the stuck by Jax. Like all these champions that want to go into brushes, come off weird angles. Pioshik just says no.
Oh no. This could be scary. This could be scary. 1, 2, 3 versus 4. 3 versus 4. Crashdown comes out. Magnet as well. DRX is on a rampage. Looking for the 5th, and he finds it. The Dragon's available. RNG thought they were hunting, but they got hunted.
It starts with the tree, and they pick up 2 kills for free. Death, yet another time, securing it. 5-0 on the Tristana, and picking up 2 Hextech Drakes for themselves now.
If it's whatever. Dragon's coming up. We need this. We'll be on Soul Point. They still have some control wards on the map, like we can see even in bot control brush.
Oh, there was 0 hesitation on that one, but Wei may not have liked it. That's a route secured, at least onto Ming. Now the turnaround. Breathe is looking for a target. He gets Bramble Smash to the face, leaps over to a ward, and RNG escape with their lives. They started the fight, and they had to run for the hill.
That's the thing, that should just be the fight disengaged. They can try and hover up towards the top side of the map to threaten the Baron if they want, but what our DRX is going to do is just they're going to leave 2 members there, and the rest of the members of their team could just try to threaten them away from the Baron.
Lyric said it just a few moments ago, this is not the fastest Baron-taking team. You need Breathe there. There is no threat for Baron because of this...
Don't worry about it. Now, still, Baron has been started up, so let's get serious again. Wei, no flash. He does have that Q, of course, on the Vine. Let's see what they actually look to achieve with this play.
Starting to charge up that Vault Breaker, holding on to it. 3,000 hit points on Baron. Infernal Chains come back. 2,500. 2,000. Vault Breaker inside. Smite! Stolen! It's Xiaohu! How?
This guy has always been the heart and soul of RNG, and somehow, first game at Worlds, he shows why. But DRX making the right call, going to mid, pushing the wave.
Exactly, now you just get the priority, and there's going to be pressure that RNG will need to respond to. They'll feel the pressure and will have to burst the Drake soon to force one fight, because the minion wave is something that you're going to have to paying attention to. Now Drake down to half HP.
Gala's got himself that GA available. Slap, 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 whip, whip, whip. Nature's Wrath comes out. Wei stepping onto the dragon, picks it up. 3 dragons a piece, but at what cost? Gala's going low. The Apotheosis has already been used. The knockback is gigantic. It's Pioshik that goes down. Breathe gets 1 back. Deft has got himself a double already. Now trying to fight out. Breathe's counter-strike keeps him alive. Infernal Chains don't pull him out. 3 for 3. Deft goes golden with a stopwatch. Breathe looking to stun. He finds it. He gets the shutdown onto Deft. It's Breathe, Jax, the team fight. They're trying to close it out. Landing for another. Zeka's running for his life. 2v1. It was the Jax, but it wasn't in the side lane. It was in the fight.
I honestly cannot believe that RNG were able to bring that back. Wait, you still gotta be careful!
The blast cone! But here comes Breathe. Can he can it? Another one. 4 versus 4 in terms of
Zeka,
death.
don't do
now
it.
Breathe get
Oh
taken down by Zeka.
Zeka, that's absolutely beautiful on the Akali as well. It looked like a fight that RNG was finally going to take, but in a 1 versus 2, the man from the mid.
And with that, DRX feel very confident to look towards this Baron.
Yeah, and 10 seconds still on Brief. He does have that teleport. It's the question, can the members of RNG stall it out? As it's looking right now, no, you don't even want to kind of risk that one member is going to be going down, because then that will just be the game. So
It's going to increase their gold lead. We're going to see members like King and Pioshik able to pick up more items on their next back. Then we're going to come into the final Dragon fight where DRX should have a sizable item lead.
yeah, and 2 lanes now being pushed in. Yes, it's nice getting the objective here, but it's even more so just keeping RNG in their own base, so they have no vision to play around with when that Drake finally comes up and gets active. It's even just like, you can continue here, get good reset timers. You can even look for a fight if Min gets pulled in. He doesn't. But he continues with the siege.
3,000 gold advantage thanks to the Red Bull Baron power play. A minute left on the siege. Bottom inhibitor is exposed. Middle is being secured. The little sapling is slowing down Gala, who may as well have played Evelyn. Nearly invisible this game. It has been about the deft Pioshik show, really. Flanked and supported by everyone on DRX. Please don't get me wrong, but the way that those team fights and the vision have been played out, RNG have been unable to really maintain any foothold in this game. 2 waves of supers. Baron's going to time out in 30 seconds. You do not get a better play, and 30 seconds to Drake.
Off this game.
16-second flash timer for both Way. Correction, for Deft. Way has his up. This is for the soul. Dragon is being chunked down. Kingit's coming in from behind. The engage is started.
no, no.
Barrel's gone. Barrel's gone. Shahu just deleted him. The Infernal Chains comes out, and Zeka's going to run for his life. Death is staying alive at 12 hit points. The Dragon is now resetting inside the pit, and Way's going to run away. That Salts is not going to be able to use that dash over the wall. Now, all of a sudden, 5 members of RNG turning the focus onto the Dragon. It's stolen. Pioshik gets the soul. Death gets the kill, followed up by another for Pioshik. Breed is still standing with the flash available. He's going to run for his life. Going to run for days. Get back to base, and DRX may want to look for the win.
We see Pioshik come back into the roster at Worlds, gets the steal that matters, and enables Deft to keep popping off.
You asked why, he answered. I can't believe you actually managed to steal that as a Maokai of all of the things. Now Brief doing his best to hold it up, but he's still fighting 5 members off the side of DRX.
Nothing that they can do. DRX and Deft dominate RNG.
And how sad are you?
Hey, look at that face. It's never a bad day for anyone in the world.
See the alpaca happy.